Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map, and I'm back just for a few days and then I'm off again. But when I got home, I of course came to some treasure. So I thought I'm rested, I haven't been recording for a while, so I'm going to show you what's waiting for me to unbox for you, or if not unbox, then do a review for you, and also what books I have gotten. This is just going to be a hello, a catch up, and a sharing, of what's been happening. So if you watched my previous video, you know that I was a little bit of a creative down, and from what I saw on YouTube, a lot of us are going through this, which is okay. It's a normal thing. But I think I discovered something for myself, and I'm pretty good with it. I'm kind of usually flowing with my ups and downs quite flexibly because I work for myself, so I can kind of do it. And I know that sometimes it might be a bit frustrating when you actually know that you need a time off, but you have a holiday planned in 3 months time or something, and you have to find other ways to actually allow yourself this this time uh, to recover, or to find some quietude or solitude to actually recuperate. And I went to Polish Baltic Sea. We had horrible weather. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that it was like winter in summer. So we were a bit unlucky when it comes to the weather, because when we went, it just dropped. So it was quite hot. And then when we got there, it was really like autumn. I had to wear beanie. It was really strong wind. But at the same time, it was quite dramatic, and big skies and clouds and winds. So a lot of stuff, like it just looked quite dramatic and beautiful and alive and kind of moody. So I really rested, and I was carrying kilos of driftwood, walking around long beaches. I went to something that is called Hell Peninsula. So I always was laughing, I'm always laughing that I'm going to hell. And they even have this craft beer that has this stickers that say welcome to hell, or highway to hell, or hell yeah. I know it's not very funny, but it kind of put a smile on my face. So when I returned from the Baltic Sea, we went to the countryside just for a few days, because we actually have sold my mother's cottage house, like a summer house, which we had for 20 years. So it was a bit emotional and a little bit but we decided that we there very not for a very long time, usually like a month or 2 months a year, and then the house just needs care and it needs to be taken care of, and we don't go there very often, so it's gone now. But now I'm home and I have all these amazing things. So I've ordered these books from Amazon, from second-hand shops, so that cost me £4 or £1, like £1.50, so it's not expensive. And this Lady of the Beasts, I always saw this book on Rose's channel, Dance of the Soul Tarot, on Instagram, and this is the goddess and her animals, and it's a fascinating reference book. So I'm going to definitely dive into this one. And it's not a book that you read from A to Z, but it has chapters that are, and it also has a chapter on Virgin Mary, and it says how Mary has been continuing the goddess tradition in Europe. But nevertheless, it's got just chapters on all the different animals. So, for example, there is the chapter on different animals. So on the dog, there is a chapter on the bull and cow. There is a chapter on the bird goddess, the snake goddess, bee, all the different animals. And it's so fascinating because I've seen this live in the Egyptian Museum. This plate is there. And Mood Temple was really beautiful. It's especially in Hatshepsut temple. There is the section when there is the Mut temple and Hathor temple, and it's so nice there. So yeah, this book is interesting. It goes through all the different cultures. So if you're into this, also this Maria Gimbuta's book, The Language of the Goddess, I had it before, but it's a very kind of similar approach. But this one particularly focuses on animals and all this shamanic kind of animalistic approach. But both are very cool books. I showed you on Instagram that I also have gotten this Wisdom of the Plant Devas, and I don't know, I've never heard anything about this book, but I just liked what I read. She just speaks about different plants and gives like a lore of the plants and how they were used, and like a little divination kind of message that Deva speaks. So if you're interested in plants, and I am, this is written by Thea Summer-Deer, and it's called Wisdom of the Plant Devas, Herbal Medicine for a New Earth. So I haven't, of course, read it yet, but I have started, and it's a cute book. It's cute. It's not really so, scientific, but that's what I wanted. I didn't want another scientific book on herbs. I have a lot of those. And then because I am going through, not menopausal years, I'm 44, and I'm going through perimenopause, and I'm noticing changes in my body. So I also want to make a video maybe about that, because it's so fascinating to me and interesting to watch how my body changes. And I studied with Susan Wheat a correspondence course on herbs, and I knew that she wrote this menopausal years book. But at that time when I was doing my studies, I wasn't in menopausal, thinking brain. But this time I really wanted to get this book, so I got this book secondhand, and I just ordered for myself the oat straw and the red clover flowers. So these two herbs work really well if you experience any perimenopausal symptoms, like sometimes hot flashes. I still have regular periods, but sometimes your energy drops or you can't sleep properly. So for example, she gives this recipe that you can do oak straw infusion and then take a little bit of it and add hot milk to it with honey and drink it before bed, and that apparently will help at some point with the sleep. What's important with this type of herbs that you will have to give yourself time to take them. They don't work like magic pills. So take at least 3 months, so that you can drink those herbs a few times a week or a few times a day if you like herbs, and just see if that really strengthens your system. Because this wise woman tradition doesn't cure, it actually strengthens, embraces, makes you whole. So it wants you to embrace what's there, and whatever you can strengthen it. So it's a great preventative and kind of strengthening approach. And then, of course, I have 3 decks for you to share. So one is this deck by Carola Joyce, and it's called Empath Tarot. I have a prototype deck. I got it sent by Carola, and this deck is right now on Kickstarter. So you can take a look if this is something that you would be interested in. I think, you know me, I like untypical decks. I never had issue with, let's say, Gaian Tarot. It's not a tarot. I know that it's a valid question and it's a valid conversation, so I'm not making fun of it, but it doesn't make me not to use the deck if it's not structured like a traditional tarot. So this deck is in a way similar. I got interested in it because, and I wanted to share with you, because it's like a healing approach that she took with this deck. So it's got the major arcana in 2 sets, a little bit like Aura-Soma Tarot, but one is the regular 22 major arcana, and then there is another 20 that are like empath way. So there is like, wish, and she has a little bit of keywords, so it's kind of like tarot oracle, gathering energy, planting a seed. So it kind of follows, you know, the energy kind of healing, or what's happening with energy, how you incarnate into the body, so the mother, or with like how you incarnate a project into energy. This is her own artwork, and as with artwork, what I always say, you know, it's very personal with an artwork, so I can't say, oh, it's all amazing, or yeah, I love this artwork so much, or I hate this artwork. It's all up to you guys, so I'm just going to show it to you, and you make up your own mind. I like some of the artwork from this deck a lot, and some a bit like meh. I will share this deck and do a proper review of it. I don't have a book with it, which would be nice, but I'm going to use the information she gives on her Kickstarter campaign. And I'm going to link this Kickstarter below. You can take a look and see what you think. But then in the minors, I just wanted to show, she separated the minors in 7 suits. Each has 7 cards, and that's for like chakra alignment. So there is a suit of wings, and then there is a suit of crosses, and then there is a suit of lovers. There's even a suit of Fridas somewhere. Suit of oracles and suit of Fridas. So you can take a look. I just thought like it's an interesting deck, and just different, you know, so why not? I wanted to see, and I'm going to share, and you can guys take a look at the campaign that Carola is having right now on Kickstarter, and it's called the Empath Tarot. The link will be below. And then I have 2 unboxings to do. I haven't done an unboxing for ages, so maybe I will do it. One is the Autumn Whitehurst and Baccara Way Home Tarot, which is cool, so I'm excited about this. And I also am going to get these 2 wonderful girls for an interview at the Inspired Tarot Map series. And the other one is it's from Red Orchid Publishing, and it is the what is it called? Oh, let's open it. It's the one with the oh god, I'm sorry guys, I totally blanked out how it's called. It's for doing the karmic readings, and oh, it's so beautifully packed. Is it an unboxing now? Well, let's just show you this thing, because it looks gorgeous. So it comes like, you just see this in the, so the cards are in the foil. What is it called? The Past Lives Art History Tarot for Past Lives by Red. Oh, and it's a workbook as well, so that's cool. So you can get the book, which is a companion book for the deck, and then there is the Past Lives workbook. Oh wow, I haven't seen this one, I think. Oh la la. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, so I'm excited. I want to take a look at this, and I'm going to show you this in a proper video. But I love this. This is a little just regular bag, but with this cute red orchid. And then we have the cards. I'm excited. Oh, okay. So this one, and then yes, and then there is this Way Home Tarot. So what to do? I think I'm going to say goodbye now, so you guys don't have to watch me for another 70 minutes. And then I'm going to record an unboxing. I'm just going to show you maybe first this Empath Tarot, because it's still available on Kickstarter, and if anybody wants to get on board, then now it's the time. I don't know if it's going to get funded or not, but the deck is ready. So Carola is just writing and working on the book. which I think will be great to have a book for this particular deck just because it's so unusual, and we can discuss and have discussion, is it a tarot or is it not a tarot? And obviously, strictly speaking, it's not a tarot because it has more cards, it's not structured like a traditional tarot, but at the same time it's not really an oracle deck either, and it has the major arcana, and so, you know, for purists, we can say, no, it's not a tarot, but at the same time, we can play with it like with a tarot deck. So I'm going to show this deck next, and then I think I want to show the Red Orchids Publishing deck, and then this gorgeous Way Home Tarot too. Woo! So I'm excited. And you know, guys, if you ever feel you off your center, just take time off and don't feel sorry about it. Go and rest, enjoy life, and then come back to social media, all renewed. I'm just noticing how many gray hair I got. Can you see this, guys? I'm getting older online. I'll see you soon. Bye.